You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth.
Ah! Oh, I apologize for my absence. Since my last, Mont Blanc video, where you saw us go on the way back home. It's been, like 2 weeks since I got back. Excuse me. Let me tell you how I feel about this place. Maybe there is somebody who can say it better than me, so I'll cue Agent Smith from The Matrix. I let him explain it.
I hate this place. This zoo, this prison, this reality, whatever you want to call it. I can't stand it any longer.
I don't know, maybe some of you can relate. You let me know what you think. Let me try the mic out by. If any of you can relate to this feeling, let me know in the comments below. That would really it will help out, or we could try to make some sense of this madness, the world we live in. Well, I have traveled a lot in my life. I've been around, as you can say. But one strange thing I've noticed is every time I travel back or come back home to my hometown after having been away somewhere, it doesn't matter if it's a couple of days or months or years, but I get this sick, sinking feeling in my entire body. It's like losing hope. It's like falling down in a fucking abyss or in a black hole or something like that. I hate this fucking place. With my entire fucking body hates it. It's not like the area itself. It's geographically in a nice spot. It's very beautiful here, especially in summertime. In wintertime, it's acceptable. I think the main problem here is might be the people that live in this city, and of course the entire country of Sweden itself. That is one big fucking mess. That just repulsive to me. How this country is managed, and how politicians never get held responsible for all the kind of bullshit they do. It's just fucked up, man. It's so fucked up. Yeah, so ever since I got back home from France, I had a little bit of an existential crisis. I'm sorry, I'm just a person as everybody else. And yeah, I was telling in the video further back that the plan is to move to France eventually, yeah. And I was gonna sail there now this year, but we took a car expedition to Mont Blanc instead, which was that was one of the best things I've done in a long time. I really did enjoy driving all the way through Europe into France, and what I got to learn of the culture, the people, the food, it's very nice. The French are very nice people, as long as you try to communicate with them in French. And it's going pretty well. I met this really nice older lady in a shop where I bought some posters and stickers from the Chamonix Mont Blanc region. Of course, let's start from the beginning. When I was paying for my stuff, I was talking as much French as I can, and then I was like, she said a number, and I said, "Oh, is it like 19?" Oh, she's like, "Oh, almost. It's 17." So, and then when my friend was going to pay, she said it in French to him, and I turned around, of course. And she was looking me straight in the eye. And I responded, "Oh, she's saying this," and she was, "Oh, yes, very good, very good." So yeah, I like that. And I got a good response from most French people when I try to speak French. Because they're a little bit ashamed of how bad their English is, I think. I don't know even what this point was going, but yeah. Yeah, we were talking about this sinking feeling I get every time I get back home. And I had it this summer too when I left sailing for the Baltic Sea, but I got caught up in a storm and I had to go spend time in Denmark instead, which was excellent. I love Copenhagen. I love Denmark. The Danish are like the French of Scandinavia. Good food, good drink, and a nice, friendly people. I like that. I love Denmark. I could move to Denmark because it's very close. Literally, I could sail an hour, no, maybe 3-4 hours I'll get in Denmark sailing. If I had a really fast boat, I could be there in an hour. But the whole thing is, I really don't want to be here. This is like the last fucking space on the planet Earth that I would want to spend my time. It happens to be in my hometown. But yeah, of course there is good memories as well. But I think when I go back, there's just mostly bad memories, bad stuff going on. So that of course leaves you with a bad sour taste in the mouth every time you come back here. Like, what the fuck, man? We'll not go too deep into that today. Maybe I'll do another video some other day about why this place sucks and has mostly bad memories attached to it. But another day, not today. That's gonna be a fucking way too long story. But that's all part of dealing with the hardships of life, I believe. Nothing is ever easy. I think it's like the Buddhists would say that life is pain. Life is pain and suffering, and that is true. And it's those small moments of joy or happiness that you get out of it that makes it worth it in the long run. That's what it is. It's like going to Chamonix, trying to climb Mont Blanc. Sure, we didn't get up there because of bad weather, but just the excitement of the challenge and the unknown standing in front of you. I think I need that in my life more than probably other random people. I could never have a job that would be like 9 to 5 working in an office. Day after day, week after week, year after year, then taking out my 4 to 6 weeks of vacation every year and then going to like some sunny beach somewhere and laying there on my back for 3.5 weeks, getting fried in the sun and drinking fucking margaritas, man. That's not for me. That's not for me. I want to go and do stuff. See stuff. Especially if there is any kind of history connected to it. Then I really want to go. That's why I love Chamonix, because it's the birthplace of alpinism. Then I learned some more interesting facts there. Like there was a bishop from I think the bishopry of Savoy or something like that in the 1600s. So I don't quote me on this facts. I'm just like pulling it out as I remember it. But yeah, during the Little Ice Age in Europe, there was like a bishop there blessing a glacier because it was like coming down the mountains so fast, like 20 meters a day, I believe they were saying, and was threatening the city of Chamonix, and everybody was freaking out because this demon ice shelf was coming to demolish them from the face of the earth. That's like an interesting fact about a place that I didn't fucking know before. That is really, really interesting. Then there is the whole fact with the mountains, the history there. There was obviously an old Roman road nearby that a guide told to me that we met down there, a Swiss guy who works as a mountain guide in the summertime. Very, very nice, very knowledgeable person. So we got a lot of good tips from him. But yeah, my main problem is that I'm stuck here in this godforsaken shithole. And there is nothing for me here. Sure, my family lives here and stuff like that, but I'm not a spring chicken anymore, as they say. I'm gonna cross the boundary of not being considered a young man anymore. I'm just gonna be a man from next summer onward. So I think they said, like, when you hit 35, then you're not a young man anymore. Then you're just standard. I think you'll be standard for like 10 years to give you a short grace period. Then you become an older man, and then eventually you become ancient. But we gotta make our way out of here. And since I got back home, I felt, yeah, how can I can't express it in another way than saying I felt fucking depressed. I had to come back here. I like where I live. Don't get me wrong, that I love living in a boat. Hello, kitty cat. Obviously, I have good company. I have the kitty cat. I have my doggy the doggy. Be careful.
I must get out of here. I must get free.
What are you doing? The cat is right here, actually. Kitty. Don't bite the camera. No. Why do you have to bite it? Why do you have to bite the camera? This doesn't make any sense. Please don't fuck up my new. I don't know. By the way, what is the thing with cats when they they can smell when something is new that they haven't rubbed up against yet, and then immediately when you pick it out, because this is my new. They come and gotta rub themselves all over it. Now she's lying here by the camera, like, oh yeah, I gotta rub my head into it and bite the camera, make sure it understands who's the boss in here. Kitty, I am the boss. Huh? Yes, it's me. That's the boss. You just Kitty Cat. Don't fuck up my camera, please. It wasn't free, you know. Forget. I'm just rambling here. I felt I had to do something, like, because it's been so long time since I made a video, and I have some kind of feeling of responsibility to you guys. You at least decided to follow me, so I feel that I at least gotta give you something back. But yeah, I have a plan. I'm not gonna feel sorry about myself anymore, because I've been doing that for a couple of days, and I find it hard to find the motivation to do anything at all. So I mostly. Yeah, I've been lying here in my hammock watching videos of mountaineering and other adventures like spelunking, cave diving, and stuff like that, and sailing videos, and just being like, oh man, I'm in here in this shithole wasting my fucking time. I gotta get out of here. And I will. I'm gonna get out of here as soon as I can. But you don't leave an unclean house when you go somewhere. That's like a rule I have. If I'm gonna travel, even for mostly for just a short while, even if it's a day or two, I always clean my house so it's nice and proper when I get back home. That way you feel like, I left this in good order. In that case, it feels a little bit better to come home, you know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean up the house here, like figuratively speaking. I'm gonna get rid of shit. I'm gonna get rid of a lot of shit that I own that might be worth some money to somebody. Money can always be reacquired, so that's not a big problem. I don't worry about that too much. I have like $100. That's enough for food and fuel for a couple of more days, and I have several of thousand Danish. So what I'm probably gonna do right now is I have some boats. I have a boat in the water. I have a boat over there that needs to be covered for the winter, because it's getting really cold over here now. I think I had 8 degrees Celsius in the boat tonight when I was sleeping, but I like that. You sleep really well in a cold room, let me tell you that. The boat's gotta get up, they gotta get stuffed in the tent, and then come springtime, I'm gonna sell the old wooden mahogany playboat, all the plastic. I'm gonna sell all the boats except the sailboats, and this one I'm gonna keep just to have it as a home base. Maybe I'll make it into like an Airbnb. So if you want to know how it's like to live on a boat, you might have the possibility to rent this place and like get a feel for it. I can really recommend. Yeah, I gotta do picking up the boats. I'm gonna install a electrical water pump for the sink in here, so I don't need to carry out this 60-liter barrel of water up the steps. So we're gonna make sure everything here is in order, and then we'll leave for Denmark. Hopefully the end of next week. That's the goal I'm gonna set for myself, because we gotta have something to aim for at this point in time, I feel, so we don't get stuck in a rut. Do that. I might bring both the animals with me in the sailboat as a test run, just to make sure that, you know, they get along fine. It's more they gotta get used to living at sea more. We're making the plans to remove ourselves from this hellhole on the planet and to get into a more exciting, peaceful, freedom style kind of life. And the end goal is, I think I got like 3-4 years of good nomadic lifestyle in me left. After that, I want to get to settle down a little bit more. I want to buy a farm eventually and start producing honey, mead, and wine like a business. But yeah, of course, before I can do that, I need to find a farm. But that's why France is so seems so tasty to me, because I know there is in the Limoges region, which is getting like depopulated because people are moving to urban areas. They are selling good sized farms for a good price. So we're gonna go there and grab one. My head has been a little bit cluttered lately because too many ideas and no particular one to go for. So that's why I made this choice that we're gonna clean up house and go to Denmark, and we're gonna stay there until Fuck it. Right in before Christmas, I think. I think I can survive in Denmark. What is it now? It's the 18th, yeah. So by the weekend it will be... Yeah, so we'll go to Denmark for like 3-4 weeks. We'll switch port. We'll do a little bit of on the sale video making style. I'll bring some stuff to keep me entertained. Maybe I'll read a book. Maybe I'll paint some paintings. Yeah, I'll definitely bring my painting shit. So I can start the whole art thingy thing again I used to do back. Loranga. I hope it gave you something. Let me know if you also have this feeling of hatred towards your hometown in the comment section below. Maybe we can start some kind of healthy, philosophical, therapeutic discussion around this subject. I'm pretty sure, mamá, si tú estás mirando esto, yo estoy seguro que tú tienes la misma cosa, porque mira, carajo, tú no estás viviendo ahí. And for those of you who doesn't speak Spanish, I was saying to my mother, if she's watching this, that she must have the same syndrome because she's Puerto Rican. She grew up in a little shithole in Puerto Rico. I love it there. Quebradillas is a nice place. There's nothing wrong with that. But you know, my mother grew up in another country, in a little town, just like I did. And she decided to move there, and she like has an aversion for going there, I feel like. Or she is not very fond of it, at least. So it seems to run in the family. My father also has a tendency to like to bounce away from here any opportunity he has. So it's in the blood, I guess. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching. And I will be back with a little bit more interesting, creative, practical videos during the week here. Because thumb has gotten out of the asshole and a little bit of more energy and motivation has appeared to do what we had to do to get ourselves out of this mess. Excellent! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Have a good day. This might be a liter bottle, but I've been working on it for 10 days, so you don't have to be worried about me. I'm doing fine. I'll be okay. I don't have a problem at all. Not with this, at least. Bushmills! Good for you, good for me. This was the whiskey we were drinking in Chamonix, by the way. Every time we got back in, or anytime we're gonna drink any shot whatsoever, it was Bushmills. Why? I don't know. It just felt right.